As the reboot gets closer and closer to release, I found myself today kind of pondering on a thought, pondering on a little thing that I've seen more and more in the community as of late, more and more mostly in comment sections of videos and Twitter accounts and things of that nature that really just kind of bothers me. And that is the thought of wanting this game and wanting the developers and wanting everything surrounding this game to fail. And the only thing that I can think of to respond with is why? Why exactly do certain people, not everyone, but certain people make such an attempt to make this game fail? What drives these people to wish openly that developers and games that they don't like fail? In particular, this one, Saints Row. Why is it that this game has so much negativity surrounding it? Why is it that we drive people away in droves from a community that can be so open and so inclusive and such a good time and a fun community? Why is it that we drive people away just because a certain section of people don't like the game? Why do we drive people away and drive people's emotions downhill because you don't like a game? Why? To me personally, it comes down to a number of things. Saints Row has always been one of those games that was never going to make it big, in my opinion anyway. GTA will always be the number one when it comes to open world sandbox crime games, but the thing about it is Saints Row never needed to compete. Saints Row never needed to compete with the big giants because they had their own niche, they had their own style, they had their own substance. They did something that was unique and at times better than GTA in a number of different ways, especially when it comes to certain aspects of story, customization, open world. Those things kind of made sense back in the day. Now, you can argue that Saints Row 2's graphics were never up to snuff by any means, and the only reason it is even passable is because of mod support to this day. Saints Row 3 and Saints Row 4, obviously the graphics were improved, but the story wasn't really all that good. Saints Row 4 in people's minds was a lot of fun because of the superpowers, because of the over-the-top nature, and somewhat because it had a better story than the third did. But why is it that this game, this reboot, is getting so much hate? Is it because it's not gangsta? Is it because it doesn't have the drive-bys, the bandanas, the chains, the lowriders? Is it because of that? Is it because we're not going back to the Saints Row 2 style for the entirety of the game, where it was more grounded and it still had the gangs and it still had everything that you could define as a gangsta game? What exactly is it? The point I'm trying to make here is everyone that says that they don't like the game for one reason or another never really gives a true explanation as to why. They never really give proper points. They intimidate with threats and intimidate with saying that Volition never listened to the fans and saying that Volition betrayed us, when in reality, threats and racial comments and racial remarks and hateful speech doesn't define as criticism. It doesn't define as telling Volition what you want. It's basically demands. And the reason why I can say this is because why would you expect a developer to listen to fans when in reality all they're getting are threats and demands and give me what I want or you are betraying me? Case in point, a few weeks ago, the devs for God of War Ragnarok were sent, let's just say, very explicit pictures, all because of the fact that fans wanted to know what the release date for the game was. If you think that this is the only community that gets this problem, then you're wrong. What I'm saying is, the negativity in the Saints Row community really shouldn't be a thing, but it is, and it may never go away. But what we could do is to try and make it better for the people that want to be in the community. Because see, there is a small minority of people that make up for the loud voice of hatred and negativity around this community. And if you really look at it from a very close lens, you can see how small this minority actually is. But with the landscape of Twitter and Reddit these days, it makes that so much larger and so much louder. And that is where we have to come in. We as a community should band together, and why I said in my previous video, go back and watch it if you haven't yet, that we should all collab and come together and bring positivity to this community because of the fact that it could be so much better, because of the fact that this reboot could mark a change of the guard when it comes to what this community could and should be. Because while we had divide when it comes to the old series, when it came to 1, 2, 3, 4 and Gat Out of Hell, this is a brand new series. This is the start of a brand new generation of Saints Row fans that may want to get into this community. And if all they see is negativity, hatred, bigotry, hateful speech, racial slurs, and everything in between driving people away, then how is anybody expected to be a part of it? Now, if you don't like the game, then you don't have to like it. I said it before and I'll say it again. You don't have to like the game if you don't like the game. You don't have to buy the game if you don't want to buy the game. That's not the point. The point is, don't drive people away from a community when they want to be a part of it. If they want to be a part of it, let them be a part of it. You don't have any right to tell anyone what they can do, just as much as they don't have a right to tell you what to do. If they want to be a part of this community, by all means, let them. If you don't like the game so much, then why are you taking so much of your time and so much of your energy to go into every single person's YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, anywhere that they have a voice for this game, even remotely positive, and try everything in your power to make sure that they hate it, to make sure that their mood is down, to make sure that they leave and never come back? Why is that your personal goal? Why is that such a thrill to you? If you can't answer that question, then my point has already been proven. So, to make a long story short, everyone, for you that wants to be a part of this community, for you that wants to be in this community and make it a better place, or for you that's been in this community but is tired of the hatred, the bigotry, and everything in between, the threats, the comments, and everything in between, you can still be a part of it. But for us, we have to be that light in the dark world that is this community at times. Yes, there's always going to be people that don't like it. There's always going to be people that don't like this series. There's always going to be people that have an opinion one way or the other. We can have opinions. Everyone has them. And nobody has a right to say that you can't have an opinion, even me. Everyone has the right to say what they feel and say what they want to. But nobody deserves to be treated and talked down to with threats and violence and everything in between. That shouldn't be accepted, not only from people that like the reboot, for people that don't like the reboot. It doesn't matter. If you like the reboot, you like the reboot. If you don't, you don't. But either side of the spectrum, but either side of the coin, disrespect, hatred, bigotry, everything in between should not be accepted. It doesn't matter if you like the reboot or don't like the reboot. We should all be respectful of each other. We should all be mindful of each other's feelings, and we should all be open to strive to build a open and fun Saints Row community. And if I can be one of those people that helps other people to spearhead that, so be it. I will be that person because I love this series, and I've said it before. I will not shill for the series. I will not ass kiss for the series. But I will be open, I will be honest, and I will be trusted, and I will be trustworthy when it comes to people that not just like the series, not just want to be a part of the series, but wants to be a part of something fun and something inclusive and something and somewhere where they can feel safe, open, and honest about not just Saints Row, but gaming in general. And that is my hope, that is my goal, and that is the purpose of this video. To call out the people that are threatening developers, that are threatening companies, and that are threatening people that are open and excited about a game or any game, whether they like it or don't like it, and call them out, because if we don't, no one else will. As I said before, don't take it out of context. It doesn't matter if you don't like the reboot or if you do like the reboot. Violence is not accepted. Hatred is not accepted. Bigotry is not accepted. Hate speech is not accepted and will never be accepted and should never be accepted. And that is why we should fight every day to build something better. And I believe we can build something better. And if you believe we can build something better, let me know in the comments down below. And if not, then don't comment. If you feel that we can build something better, leave a comment down below. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Follow me on Twitch because I will be live next Tuesday with the reboot at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.